Also deeply grateful that 25,500 people did get tested to 8 p.m. last night, and out of those tests there was one case of community transmission which was linked to the Berejiklian cluster. Dr Chant will have more to say about that. As everybody is aware, National Cabinet made some decisions yesterday around halving the number of people we welcome through Sydney Airport for a month from January 15, in addition to stepping up testing in the quarantine system, and Minister Hazzard will further provide details of those things. I also wanted to especially thank the Northern Beaches community, especially those in the northern zone, for their absolute patience during the necessary action we took to lock down or at least have stay-at-home provisions for the Northern Beaches community. For the northern zone, today will be the last day you're required to follow those stay-at-home provisions. We can't thank you enough for your patience, for your compliance, and we know again that high rates of testing have been occurring through the Northern Beaches during this time, and it's deeply, deeply appreciated. We're grateful that that cluster is in the main under control, but we still have to maintain our vigilance. We do still have restrictions in place throughout Greater Sydney, and it's extremely important that all of us maintain those restrictions until the current threat level is reduced. And as also has been foreshadowed both in National Cabinet yesterday and through other commentary, there are now variants to the strain of the virus, and it is important for us to learn as much as we can during this time. And I also want to stress we shouldn't really be attributing these variants to one country, because the so-called UK strain now exists in over 30 countries. We have to assume that these new strains are going to become the dominant strain, and we have to assume the virus will keep changing, and that's why it's really important for us to keep reassessing our settings, to keep staying vigilant, and for the foreseeable future, keep wearing our masks in those indoor settings. And today, when I went to my local supermarket, everybody was wearing a mask, and that's again deeply appreciated. So for those settings that we've indicated, please make sure you maintain your vigilance. Please make sure you maintain your hand hygiene, your social distancing, and especially be careful around those who are vulnerable. The absolute response we've had from the community has been deeply appreciated, and New South Wales looks forward to continuing to work our hardest to give ourselves a sense of normality, but also a sense of vigilance given the threats that are posed. But I'm extremely grateful to everybody for where we've been able to come from and where we're at this stage, but we do have to stay vigilant and make sure we keep those testing rates high, especially in Western Sydney and South Western Sydney. Please come forward if you have the mildest of symptoms. Dr Chant will now give us her daily health report and provide an example of some case studies about what we're doing to step up our provisions around dealing with the variants of the virus, and then Minister Hazzard will talk specifically about some changes coming in on Monday regarding quarantining and testing. Thank you.